Hello, hello, hello. It's Knits for Sanity, and welcome to day 21 of my holiday celebration with Happy Mermaid Yarn's Advent Calendar. Day 21 is here. Just a few more days, guys. The final countdown is upon us. All right, so for this week leading up to Christmas, I've been talking all about the man in red and all of the myths and legends surrounding Santa Claus. Today, I am going to discuss the North Pole. When was it decided that Santa Claus lived in the North Pole? Well, generally, people credit the Victorian cartoonist Thomas Nast. That name might sound familiar because I talked about him 2 days ago when we discussed why Santa Claus wears red. Thomas Nast depicted Santa in 1866. If you have not yet looked up that portrait, do. But that's the picture that kind of became the classic modern image of what Santa Claus looks like in his red suit. He also published another picture that showed Santa, and there was a caption that read, Santa Clausville, North Pole. And that was Thomas Nast. But what is important to remember is already by the 1820s, people were associating Santa Claus with very frigid, cold climates because by the 1820s, everyone was associating Santa's sleigh being pulled by reindeer. Reindeer necessarily mean cold, icy, snowy environments. And why did people associate reindeer with Santa Claus? You should know the answer to this one. Clement C. Moore's 1823 poem, "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." Pretty much, that's going to be the answer to a lot of things involving secular Christmas celebrations in the United States. Well, is there a North Pole? Well, of course, obviously there is. But what is important to keep in mind is in the 1860s, the North Pole may as well have been legend. It would be quite some time before humans would even come close to reaching the North Pole. And that itself is a whole different story, the whole North Pole exploration thing, which, don't worry, we're not going to get into that. So for people in 19th century, history and world, the North Pole was a place of legend. It really didn't exist. It was mythical just in itself. Well, there is also a North Pole, Alaska. It's just 20 miles away from Fairbanks. A couple settled there. They were hoping to start up a toy industry, being in the Arctic Circle, close to the Arctic Circle. And, they were hoping to kind of play off from the Santa Claus thing. But if you've ever been to Alaska, Alaska's just too far to transport for manufacturing purposes. So that didn't ever happen. However, they did catch on with the idea that, we could maybe make a Santa Claus house. So in North Pole, Alaska, there is Santa Claus House. And this is taken directly from their website. It is a frontier general store and post office turned holiday shop. The postal tradition lives on. Official letters from Santa are postmarked from the North Pole and stamped with an official Santa seal. And today, the store includes live reindeer, a coffee shop, holiday gift items, the world's largest Santa statue, and, in summer months and over holidays, Santa himself. This was established in 1952. However, while North Pole, Alaska does see a lot of tourism and a lot of children do meet Santa Claus there, there's another place in the world that people also believe is the home of Santa Claus and, of course, Mrs. Claus and his elves and his reindeer. And that is a place called Lapland, which also in the Arctic Circle. It covers areas of Finland, Sweden, Norway, and even a few parts of Russia. It is in the Arctic Circle, just like the North Pole, but not like North Pole, Alaska. That's south of the North Pole, or south of the Arctic Circle. And that exact region Okay, guys, I'm really sorry. I meant to look up these Finnish words and how to pronounce them, but I didn't. But they're Finnish. It's Korvantunturi in Rovaniemi, which is the northernmost area in Finland. And that is considered the official home of Santa Claus by many. Again, with many tourists and many children going there to visit Santa Claus every year. While Santa Claus House in North Pole, Alaska, technically opened in 1952, in 1950, Eleanor Roosevelt was going to do a post-war visit to the area, and she said that she wanted to meet Santa Claus. Well, it was this area, Rovaniemi, that quickly put together a little cabin to house Santa Claus so that Eleanor Roosevelt would be able to meet Santa. Unfortunately, they didn't realize what a great thing they had going for them until 1984. That was the year when things really started to take off. So there you go. Santa Claus kind of has a little bit of debate as to where is his home base. And of course, neither of these locations are actually located at the North Pole. So there, I don't know what to tell you guys. It's just one more mystery of the holidays. All right, let's look at day number 21. Day number 21. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, my mint. Look, a little snow tree cookie cutter to go with my other cookie cutters. It's so cute. This snow tree, this Christmas tree or pine tree cookie cutter, it's no more than 2 inches long. It's pretty petite. But then the yarn. There was a color very similar to this, but the other color was more gray, more steely kind of. This has some actual blue hues in here that I'm not sure you can pick up on the camera real well. It is really, really pretty. So this is a real gray blue, and not surprisingly, it's called Baby It's Cold Outside. That fits perfectly. If you are brand new, I opted for the Sparkle Yarn Advent. You could also get one without sparkles. This is a 75% merino, 20% nylon, and 5% stellina blend. It's 87 yards, 20 grams, and it is a 2-ply fingering weight yarn. This is really pretty. I wish you could see this one in person because that blue is just so faint. And, depending on how you look at it, it almost has like a tinge of like an aquamarine in here. It is really pretty. Very, very pretty. All right, guys. I hope Happy Mermaid Yarn does this again next year. And I hope you join me in doing the Advent next year if they do this again. Heather, Courtney, let's do this again next year, okay? Anyway, thank you for joining me for day 21. I hope you come back for day 22. And like I always say, please practice kindness. You never know what someone's going through. And so just be kind. It's just easier and better. And I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a great holiday season. And I will see you again real soon.